couple are left in the fridge, so I just bunged them in there as well. What I've got here is I've got my steak, and I'll slice that in a minute into bite-sized pieces. That we're going to velvet. I've got here, starting from the top, I've got some meat tenderizer, or baking soda as you would call it. I've got, that's a quarter of a teaspoon. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of MSG, 1 teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of pepper, and 2 teaspoons of potato starch. Got my steak that I'm going to slice in a minute. I've got some sesame oil, and I've got some neutral oil, cooking oil. I've got a bowl that I'm going to put it in. So what we're going to do today, we're going to velvet our beef for our dinner today, which is, like I said, it's going to be beef with onions and a couple of bits of pepper. So what I'm going to start off with is the steak that I've got here. I've got about 200 grams of steak, and I can see that the way that I've got slice this. So I'm going with the grain. So I'm going to start off here, and then we're going to cut it across the grain. So we'll move this one up here a bit, and this one as well, so we get about approximately the right sizes. Okay, next one, again with the grain. And then across the grain. I believe that's true. That's what I've seen on the internet. Everybody does, so I guess that's right. Like I say before, I'm not a chef, so I wouldn't really know. I used to be a lorry driver, so no comparison there, is there? Again, the last bit here, cut this into 3. Again, making sure that we've got about approximately the same size. We don't want too big a pieces and too small. So cut that up again, and that one again. So there we have our beef. Put that into here. One thing I did forget is water. We need a bit of water as well. So let me just grab some water. Cold water. So all these powders are going to go in. My MSG, meat tenderizer, sugar, salt, pepper, and potato starch. I'm going to put that into there. I'm going to mix that around first of all, so it's equally distributed on the meat. Then we're going to add some water. Keep on massaging that into the meat. It should soak up most of the water here. Let me just give my hands a rinse. Right, then I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of oil. And 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Right, give that a mix. So what we're going to do now is put that in the fridge and leave it for about an hour. Half an hour's ample. But we'll leave that in the fridge for about an hour. That should soak up all that water that's left, or the oil, into the meat. And if not, then we can tip a bit of it away. It's not a problem. We just want the meat and the tenderized meat. So that's how we tenderize our meat for our stir fry this afternoon. I was going to put two videos out, this one and the one making the recipe. But what I'm going to do is I'm joining them together. So I'm going to put this on first, and then I'll put the recipe, the beef and onion recipe, on the back of it. Okay then, people, that's it for the time being. And move my camera around a bit. Put that in the fridge, and that'll be ready to go in about an hour. And I hope you're having a nice day. The weather over here in the south of Germany is absolutely baking. We are around about 35 degrees at the moment, and it is 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It's absolutely baking. Okay then, so that's it, and I shall see you later in the next video, which is going to be beef with onion and peppers. Then we're going to wok the kitchen. Thanks very much for watching up to now, and I shall see you later. Bye. Welcome back, people, to part 2. This morning or earlier I made a video on velveting my beef. For those who watched the video, you can see that the meat has soaked up all of that water that was I put in here. What I'm doing now is I'm heating up the wok here. They're really hot. I've got some oil, so we'll put some oil in. Don't want too much oil because I've got plenty of oil in the in with the meat. So what we'll do now is we'll drop that into there. Wait a bit, and then we'll just wait for a bit, and then we can move it around. You want to keep the heat up really high on this, because it's a quick dish, it's not going to take long. Alright, let's go in with our onions and our bell peppers. Dash of water. Now I do, I've got my my sauce here, light and dark soy sauce and MSG, the normal sauce that you put into a stir fry. So we're going to add some of this, all of it, 75 millilitres. I have got some potato starch here already if I need it. But at the moment it's looking pretty good with the 2 teaspoons of potato starch I put in with the velveting, and I think we've done a good job. I think that's about it. Plenty of gravy. Let that reduce down a little bit maybe. Keep it moving around the pan, we don't want it to burn. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to turn the heat off. Get myself a dish. So there we have it. We have a beef and onion with a few peppers thrown in. Stir fry, very quick. Like I said, I did the video on velveting my beef, and hopefully it's going to be nice and tender, as it should be. And even though that these are steaks that I have used, so that does help a lot, I suppose. But anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. And do like my videos, you know, it does help me. And if you have any comments or help me out a bit, I'm not a cook, I'm not a chef. And if you've got any comments that you'd like to leave below this video, then do so. And like I say, give me a like, a subscribe, and I should see you in the next video. Thank you very much, and look after yourself. Bye bye, have a nice weekend.